Open. Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing, Belt?
Not bad, not bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good here today to discuss a bit of fantasy ahead of game week
Mm.
8. Obviously, I don't know if I've shown you my team yet. We've got my team in front of me here. Sort of, I guess, how are you feeling about the upcoming game week?
Yeah, not too bad. Last week was a bit
I was gonna say, how did what
disappointing.
was the score you got last week?
So 57. So,
Mhm. Yeah,
not too
50,
bad,
50
but
says fine. I got 58. Any minuses in there?
no, there's no minuses.
No minus.
But there was
50.
zeros from Martinez. Sykes didn't play, and
Yeah,
Pulisic
that
was
that was
injured.
that was the very frustrating thing. Sai's not playing because, especially being a
Yeah,
Palace fan, it hurt me to play Sai's, and it hurt even more the fact that we lost that
but he
game
wasn't playing.
with a clean sheet, and
Yeah,
he didn't even start. So yeah, that was frustrating.
yeah.
I made my transfers just
Mm.
before coming on, so
Mm.
made them big
Oh,
big
Klein's in
moves.
there. Jeez.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nathaniel Klein. I really, really wanted Patty V, and 100% he's gonna grab like an assist or
Mm.
something, and I'm going to be ruining the day that I couldn't. But with the future plans, which maybe I will disclose, maybe I won't. Um,
Mm.
I need because I currently have 3.5 million in the bank, and
Oh, that's a fair amount.
yeah, I think you
Mm.
probably know where I'm going with that, to be honest. But
Yeah,
so
it's a
yeah,
very quick upgrade. Very
transfers
quick
this week,
upgrade, isn't
having
it?
having taken out Dan. That's one of the things I was going to discuss actually. For Danny Ings now being injured for about 4 to 6 weeks, it seems.
Is it that long?
Yeah, well, he's having knee surgery. Going to be out for a
Uh,
while.
yeah,
So
it's a bit wild then.
Danny Ings going to be out. So
Mm.
replacement wise, what are we saying? Who are we looking at? Give the
I
the,
mean,
El- the, the Elliot expertise. So.
I won't go that far to be honest. Um, I mean, to be honest, I never had Ings in the first place.
Yeah, but I'm saying as I'm,
I
I'm
mean,
I'm I'm posing the question as to if you did.
mm, I mean, I guess a safe and easy one would just to get Jimenez in if you don't already have him. Wolves fixtures
Mhm.
aren't great, but
Not great.
he always seems to manage to score
He seems to
at
score
least a
in
goal.
the harder fixtures as well. I found
Yeah.
like he loves scoring against City, scoring against Liverpool, even the likes of
Mm.
Arsenal. So maybe it's the harder games when we
He
try.
always,
Gone.
yeah, he's always just one that just keeps ticking over. But
Yeah.
he's still not one that ever really gets double digit points.
No, rarely. It's
He,
sort of the main thing you're hoping from Jimenez is a goal and 3 bonus points. That's really like
that's it. Easy
what I'm
nine.
hoping for.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy 9 is what he sort of brings in, and if he's getting 9 points a week,
Mm,
I'm very happy.
yeah.
What do you think about
I mean,
Batshuayi?
Che Adams maybe.
Che Adams, yeah,
I
could be
mean,
an
he's
easy one
been
play.
picking up the assists and a couple of goals.
He's going to be the main focal point now. Whoever will play
Mm,
next to him, I don't know because I'm assuming they're not going to change that. They might play Gineppa up front. I don't know, but they'll stick with the two strikers.
yeah.
I'm assuming. I can't see Hasenhüttl changing formation particularly.
No. Um, I can't see Gineppo being up front either. I don't think he's strong enough.
No, nah, I don't
They're
think.
quite limited to be fair, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I mean, one injury and you especially if you're a
Mm,
big player, the
exactly.
fireworks pop off outside.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I guess it also gives the option to maybe get in one of the lower price strikers and give you some money to upgrade your midfield.
Yeah, that's very true.
If you went 8.5 to 6 or 6 point,
Yeah, I'm too
we're
quite
thinking,
maybe Callum Wilson, Mapai,
yeah,
someone
Callum
like
Wilson.
that. Wilson does look good. Well, I think Wilson looks good in a
Um,
few weeks' time. I think when I hold out for Wilson.
mm, I think it's game week 10, his fixtures switch.
Yeah, game 10.
Um,
That's
Antonio being out injured is a bit annoying.
along with
I'd be
Manchester
hiring him.
City. And Antonio, do we have any news on Antonio? Like how long he's going to be out for,
They think he'll be back
roughly?
after international break.
Back after international. Okay.
Um,
That's not too bad. So that's this game
it's
week
like
where they
two
don't have.
weeks, I think.
Actually, no, I was going
Oh
to say
yeah,
this
this
game
one.
week where they
Yeah.
don't have the best of fixture, but they got Fulham this week, which would have been. I think a
Exactly.
lot of people would have wanted to get Antonio in. I'd
Yeah.
probably would have definitely be considering it as well, considering I'm downgrading Danny
Yeah.
Ings to big man Batshuayi, who he's got to bang. In the last 2 weeks, he's got 2 offside goals. So
He's
this
got
is where.
two assists and two as well, hasn't he? I think he's got two 5 points.
Yeah, he's got 2 5 pointers. If he gets a 5 point and
Mm.
that his assists, I think, were 4 to hard goals. So
Mm.
yeah, I'd be loving that, to be honest. Batshuayi assist and
Mm.
Wilf. That'd be Absolutely happy days. Nathaniel Klein bombing it down the right wing. We have a
We,
comment
we've
in
had a
from
comment in.
Mr. Aaron Matharu. He said Bax and Klein are mental. Yeah, it's
I mean,
insane.
to
I
be
told
fair,
you.
he's got a point.
I told you it was coming. I
Uh,
told you the triple was coming.
I
I
mean,
mean,
Palace fixtures are nice.
they are unbelievable.
It's
Watch,
very high
watch,
risk, high reward. I think
watch
having them
this
two.
week when Bats gets benched and so.
For this game, but I know your opinions on Bamford, and
I watched his hat trick against who was it? I think Aston Villa,
oh, that was unbelievable. To be fair,
and that was a cracking hat trick. I can't lie.
yeah.
Like that, yeah,
I think my
that was
favourite was the
honestly
one where he's
epic.
in the box and he sort of just pivots and
Mm.
plants it.
Oh yeah, for
Um,
sure.
so yeah, I'm trying to think of more Danny Ings replacements. I mean,
Well, let's move to your team and see what
go
that's
on.
saying. See there, give the Mr.
It's
Matharu some of the
incomplete
team.
as yet.
Incomplete as it. Any transfer made for any transfers? Oh,
I
get your
did
words out. Creswell?
Cresswell in for Sice.
Yeah, emphasize. I mean,
Um,
took one from my book there because I was definitely considering that, but
hmm.
I can't claim the copying because I didn't actually do it.
I just think he's looking really good, especially in terms of assists. West Ham have been
Yeah,
pretty solid at the back, considering some of the teams they've played against.
yeah, they have been very solid.
Um,
That's why I wanted to get him in as well. But I
mm,
felt that getting Klein in was maybe a better
and it was
potentially.
5 mil for 5 mil. So
Yeah, I mean, I could have, I guess, done the same with Saiz.
mm.
Saiz to Creswell, but then what their fixtures? I mean, um, after the next two or three aren't particularly good, are they?
Let me just double
Yeah,
check.
they could definitely pull something out the bag.
So Sheffield and Villa after Fulham. I mean, Sheffield aren't really scoring, so that could be a
Yeah,
clean sheet. And then I think the Villa game would be quite a wide open one, to be honest.
yeah, the Villa one would definitely be interesting.
And then it's United after that, but I think, I mean, we'll get to United later if you want to, but United might have a new manager by then. So
Well, let's take a look at the fixtures for this weekend first. I've got to bring up the
yeah, go.
fixtures, and then we can get into sort of generalities around clubs. So we kick the week off with a Brighton versus Burnley. Mapai, what's your thoughts on Mapai? Because you have him in your team.
So yeah, it was weird last week. There was no
Yeah,
injury or anything. Apparently, him and I can't remember the name of the manager. Basically, they had a falling out or something. So
yeah, Potter.
he was left. He was left. Graham Potter, that's the one. Graham
Yeah,
Potter. He was left out of the squad.
yeah, left out squad with a fallout. Completely left out squad, not
But
even on the bench, and they look like they needed it as well.
yeah, I
They
think
were good going
he's got to
forward.
start next game.
Tell you what, Lallana looks like a baller, but
He does.
yeah, he's definitely needed in that team
Um,
against Burnley. So
mm,
you're not thinking of taking him out. That's not in
um,
consideration.
no, I've got other people to shift
Hmm.
first. I think. I mean, his next fixtures are Burnley at home,
Yeah,
um, and then Villa away. So there's goals in those games. I should think,
for
hopefully.
sure.
And then Liverpool
Southampton.
same week.
Yeah, I mean, I like Mapai as an option, penalty taker. A lot of penalties been
Mm.
given this year, and if he stays in that team, Brighton look very dangerous. So any of the other fixtures kind of sprung out for you? Sort of a must see games.
Uh,
I mean, there's one on the
Spurs West
Sunday
Brom.
which is
Yeah.
unbelievable. Or a few on the Sunday. Spurs
Um,
West Brom. I see we've gone for the same captain. I expect a lot of people will be doing the same.
I'm still undecided on that, to be honest. I've been.
I am
Son's
back
away
this
form
year,
is better
but
than Harry Kane's.
yeah, it is. I think
But
I'm gonna go with Son. You've got
you
Kane
just,
and Son, so I'm intrigued to see
yeah.
what sort of um, Kane and Son are saying.
Mm. But you
409.
just think that if Spurs get one penalty, then Kane's gonna fly, isn't he?
That's very true.
Um, so I think I'll I don't know. I need to have a think about that tomorrow. I also need to
Yeah.
have a think about Pulisic because he's obviously injured. Who I'm going to take him out for. Um,
Sorry, we have a couple of comments. One from the student doctor saying he is back. Yes, I am back indeed. Mr. Liam McConnell saying 409 points in total is very respectable. Is this a hacker? Because I've not put my points up. Nah, that's what I mean. Indeed, I think
ooh,
409 points is a respectable total at this stage, averaging close to 60 points a week.
that's not bad, is it?
Yes, I mean 60 points a week.
What?
I'd be happy with every single week. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
that's
What
what we're going
overall
for.
rank are you?
Oh, I reckon I'm around like 600k.
600k. Yeah, that's not bad.
Pushing top 10 in the world. That's what I'm saying. Pushing top 10. That's what we're going for. Manchester City, Liverpool, the crunch match of the weekend. What are you saying, Bell? Let's whip
I
up a
mean,
prediction.
both defense. I mean, City's defense is looking more reasonable. Liverpool's
Reasonable is the
a
right
bit
word.
shocking, but
Not completely solid,
but
but reasonable.
yeah, but Liverpool have got like even if they concede a lot, they've got the capacity to score a lot as well.
They do.
So
Diogo Jota, does he start over Firmino? That is
yeah,
the question.
I don't know. I
If
mean,
he
I'm
gets
not an expert to
consistent
be honest.
time on the pitch in general, he could be an incredible asset at
Mm,
6.4 mil.
6.4, yeah. Um,
Unbelievable.
maybe if Aaron's still watching, if leave a
Yeah.
comment on the Jota versus Firmino situation.
Yeah,
Um, bit,
give us
bit
your
of
thoughts in the comments down below.
insight.
Let's get this
um,
chat popping.
I mean, Firmino's goal scoring record last season was appalling, but his in terms of like
His
his playmaking and sort
assists
of
were
creating
quite
opportunities,
good, I
he was quite
think.
good.
Away from home, he was much
Um,
better as well.
yeah, but yeah, if Jota becomes a sort of regular, then very good for
Indeed.
FPL. Um,
So yeah, carry on. Any other fixtures? I know we've got.
any other? I mean, Everton
Let's
United will
tie
be
this
interesting.
into talking a bit about Manchester United. So we'll start off with the
Yeah.
Everton versus Man United fixture. Two sides who have been, started okay. Manchester United not as well as Everton, obviously, and then
Mm,
Everton have slacked off, and Manchester United over the past week have gone from extremely good form, beating PSG, getting some
yeah.
wins in the league, and then all of a sudden,
Mhm.
one week, everyone thinks
Just a lot.
Solskjaer out, get him, overturn the
I
club.
was, I was just so against Solskjaer getting sacked at the start of the season, but just watching the performance against Istanbul um,
Mm,
last night before last, it was it was all down to him. To be honest with you,
yeah,
we had the players to beat the team,
for
but
sure.
it just didn't happen, did it?
Just before we,
Yeah, I just need some more comments.
yeah, I was gonna say just before I lead you into an absolute rant about Manchester United, let's deal with some of these comments. So, Mr. Mathari saying pretty certain that Klopp starts Bobby this week, has the experience. I'm behind that, to be honest. I think big game experience.
Yeah,
Jota, I mean, he has played in big games for Wolves. You can't deny he
mm,
did play for a club before Liverpool. That has to be remembered, and was
yeah,
reasonably good in their system, especially playing up front. But yeah, I
mm,
agree. I think Bobby playmaking, and with the kind of injuries they have at the back, the experience is needed. Is Kane a necessity? As a Kane owner, I'll leave that one to you. About what you're saying, Kane a necessity?
For this week, I would say yes.
I'm very scared. Very scared.
After this week, probably not.
After this week, probably not. Was
Um,
it because of the fixtures? I mean, he's playing
um,
incredibly well.
he is. I mean, that's the thing. Do you choose form or do you choose fixtures? I just feel like if you
Form
keep
only.
Son,
Yeah.
um,
That's why
then if you get
for
rid of,
this game, I'm scared about Kane. But I mean, the fact
mm,
that I have a Spurs asset, um, I don't think the double up is necessary.
mm,
And because Son is a bit cheaper, gets more points for goals, gets a clean sheet
yeah,
possibility,
yeah,
and is now also becoming a captaincy option. I'm not too, but I think Kane also very good. But with how I'm going to be able
mm,
to play it, I'm going to be able to get Salah, Kane. Not Salah, Kane, it's Salah, Son, and De Bruyne, and I think that is.
yeah.
I
That's
wouldn't be able to
decent
do that with. I wouldn't be
if
able to
you're
get Salah, De
Kane.
Bruyne with Kane. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, alluding back into Manchester United, Actually, Aaron said he'd rather start Jota over Firmino, which is interesting.
Mm.
Did you watch that? Did he play as an out and out centre forward in the Champions League game?
For Wolves? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
No, for
Okay.
in the Champions League game.
No, I'm not sure.
Okay, fair.
I'm not sure
Let's
how the
move
lined up.
through a couple of these. Ole to be sacked if United you lose one more game. Student Ethan saying that. What we think? Ole to be sacked after
No,
one more. Everton's a big game,
no,
to be fair. I don't think you can particularly blame, although they do have a fair few
no.
injuries. Richarlison's massive for them, along with Digne too. That's sort of
James is still queried as being out as well, isn't he?
yeah. But I mean, all
So
fans want. The thing is that I think one of the telling thing is all fans. I mean, you can see that for Aaron in the chat. All fans who don't support Manchester United want Ole to
are all
stay. And
in.
I'm seeing
Yeah.
sort of comments in like, "Oh, can he stay for another 23 years, please?" The
Mm,
Alex Ferguson
I
kind of
know.
vein.
I
Oh,
know. It's such a shame though, because you.
go on.
I know. We'll do the comments and I'll
I
go
was going
back
to
to
say,
it.
Mr. Owen Brown coming in with a very relevant comment saying that Manchester United did not stand a chance against Demba Ba when they
He's
played
got a
against
point.
Istanbul. And
He's
he's
got a
got a
point.
point. Demba Ba, an absolute baller.
It was Demba Ba against
Merton
the fridge
Skirtle as
freezer that
well.
is Harry Maguire.
The fridge freezer. I mean, what are you going to do against that slabby? And Cheese Bomb 19 coming in with, don't you think that a counter-attacking Spurs team might do well against the big teams? That's what I'm saying. I think Spurs will
It's got a
do
point.
well.
Yep.
And he has got a point. I think if Bale starts in the team as well, they're going to be really threatening going forward. But I also say, with Bale coming into the team as well, will that distribute the kind of attacking returns a little bit more across the team?
Yeah.
So
Could it see
far
more Sam rotation?
it's been Kane x Son. Now will it be
Yeah.
Kane x Bale, Bale x Son? You know.
Yeah.
But I think overall they're likely to score. I mean, the goal he scored was against Brighton last week to win 2-1. It was just kind of nothing special, but a professional finish and what they kind of
Mm.
have been looking for. Another player who can bag them in. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna dedicate a 5-minute section for you to just go. I've delayed it now. Just go off on one bell. What are we saying about United? This is your moment. I know it's been hard.
I'll keep it civil and stuff. So
Nah,
if
do
we go
whatever
back
you
to
want,
Ethan's
mate.
question, go
Fuck
back to Stu's
Solskjaer, fuck this, fuck that, whatever, mate. Whatever.
Ollie to be sacked if United lose yet another game. I don't think so. Even if we lose against Everton,
Yeah.
I can't see. I think United like sacking managers, but they don't like knee-jerk sackings. I don't think we stuck with
No,
Mourinho
they do
for
start quite
8
with sticks.
losses.
Really, 8 losses.
So I think he'll be out by Christmas.
You've got an international break, which is perfect opportunity to bring in
That's
a
the
new manager.
thing. Yeah, I don't
Give him a
think
couple
he
of
will though.
weeks. You don't
'Cause I
think he
think our
will?
Champions League fixtures are quite nice to us. We play
What are your general sort of
Istanbul
Premier League
again.
fixtures looking like?
I mean, we've got 7 points from 6 games.
Yeah, I mean,
Which
sort
is,
of go. I mean, you know, a point a game almost. You're getting the 40-point marker. That's all you need to stay up. That's what you're looking for.
to stay up, yeah. I mean,
But you're
I
looking for
think
Champions League football, aren't you? Really?
the loss against Istanbul was down to Wally and his formation. Some of the subs he made were ridiculous. He seems to have some sort of.
What went on with
I
that
don't
game?
know.
I didn't actually catch much of the game, but sort of walk me through what was the.
Solskjaer's just got a big issue with almost favouritism. He just loves, for some reason, he loves Scott McTominay and won't take him off.
I mean, when I've seen McTominay play, he looks okay, but I guess I saw a good analysis the other day that when they played Arsenal, it was like it was Partey versus McTominay and Fred.
Yeah,
Partey
exactly.
still won, so McTominay and Fred are doing the job of one player.
One player. Yeah, I mean, Fred's good. I like Fred. But you don't choose McTominay over. If you're playing to win a game, you don't sub off Van der Beek and keep McTominay on.
Nah, that's the thing. I think with Van der Beek, I think his other stuff I said is that he's literally just playing Van der Beek with all the stinkers in the Champions League.
Yeah, he is.
He's not
It's
like
disrespectful almost.
Van der Beek is he's a
Van der
quality
Beek
player.
Van der Beek was our best player against Istanbul without a shadow of a doubt. I think Bruno had a bad game.
Yeah, I mean, did Bruno start?
But I think so. Yeah, he did.
Ideal,
Yeah.
Not ideal. You
It
know,
was
waste
it was
wasting energy when
Martial
you've got a
up
big game
front.
at the weekend.
Yeah, it was Martial, Rashford, Bruno,
Hmm.
Mata, Van der Beek, and Matic.
So what does that leave in terms of the race for the top four? We'll get onto the title, but race for the
Mm,
top four. What's it is a long way to go. So a lot of clubs are still
there
in it.
is.
But if you had to call it now, top four.
Um, if we don't buy anyone at Christmas and we stick
Hmm.
with Ollie, we won't get top four.
No. So who would you put
Um,
at first right now? I'd have to put Liverpool. Obviously, minds are going to be
yeah.
changed over this weekend. We haven't
hmm
Manchester City
I think
versus
Spurs are a
Liverpool.
dark horse this season.
I think Spurs definitely in contention. I really think they'll get top four. Um,
Mm, Chelsea probably.
outside chance of
Chelsea's
winning
starting
the
to click
league.
now.
Chelsea's starting to click. I back Spurs more than I back Chelsea. I think Mourinho has just got that kind of winning mentality
Mm,
about him that they'll be able to grind through a few more results. Even though against West Ham,
yeah.
that was sloppy, but I think also a bit unlucky as well with the way they conceded the goals.
hmm
The first one was lack of concentration, but the other two
Um,
were just
I've got
hard to
another
stop.
question. Can Pogba, Fernandes, and Van der Beek play together? Um,
I don't see why not.
I
Depending
I
if you're
want to say
playing
no, to be honest, because
if you're playing like a 4-1-2-1-2, which they have been though.
yeah, if you play the diamond, I don't think you can play all three together because then it leaves Matic on his own.
Mm.
And all the games where we've played Matic on his own in CDM, we lost 3-1 to Palace and lost 6-1 to Spurs.
Yeah,
I think you
true.
have to have both Fred and Matic on,
Fred,
and then
that's the two you would choose, Fred and Matic.
yeah, and then you rotate around Pogba and Van der Beek because Pogba's still not fully
Mm.
match fit yet, so Van der Beek
But
should be
if you're
chosen over
so
Pogba at the moment, I
what
think.
they're playing the diamond, so you play
So
what
you play Greenwood or Rashford and Martial up front, Bruno Cam, Van der Beek and Fred left and right, and then Matic at the sort of base of the diamond.
base? That's interesting. So Fred being a little bit more attacking, um,
Uh, so Fred playing a bit deeper,
but more attacking than
and
Matic.
then
Sorry, yeah.
oh yeah, more attacking than Matic. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we've got another comment here from FPL868. He says, should I take out Mane and Foden for KDB and Grealish for a
For a
-8?
-8. So
It's
he must have already made a
interesting.
transfer then.
Yeah. I mean, if this was 2 weeks down the line, KDB had I think Burnley at home followed by Fulham at home, I'd 100% be like, go for it. The
Yeah.
fact that it's Liverpool at home, I mean, goals are going to be scored in this game.
Mm,
That's without a doubt. But it's also a tough one where we've also seen this game be 0-0 before because both sides are
yeah.
just not trying to lose.
Yeah. I'd keep Mane.
It's
I'd
hard because
maybe
I don't think Foden starts.
no, he's not nailed at
If
all.
you've
I
got
do like Grealish though. I do
if
like
you've got
Grealish.
the money to go from Foden straight to Grealish,
For a
um,
-4, that's what I would do.
from
Yeah.
-4, yeah, definitely this. He also says, great show. Thank you very much.
Oh,
That's all down to you, Bell. That's all down to you.
don't be saying that.
Cheese Bomb 19 coming in with another
You're the
question.
creator.
Saying the wide centre mids in a diamond need to be able to track back and cover the fullbacks when they bomb forward. That is extremely true. I think
It's
Fred
true,
can
but
do that, but Pogba, I mean, I don't see him running a yard, to be honest.
no, I think that's why you have to have Matic and Fred. Although,
Mm,
to be fair, unless we play Tellers, we don't really have the fullbacks to bomb forward.
yeah,
I mean, Wan-Bissaka is very good in defence, but he's awful going up front.
yeah. But
Luke Shaw's looked better, to be fair. Luke Shaw's
who was
cross
I
the other
saw the
night
other
was
day? I think
very
it
nice.
was Wayne Rooney coming out and criticising the Manchester United time, especially Wan-Bissaka, because he said, well, Wan-Bissaka's not really what they need. They don't need a defensive fullback. They need an attacking fullback, someone who's going to bomb forward, someone like Doherty at Spurs.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know because
Even like Nathaniel
Wan-Bissaka was
Klein at
unbelievable
Crystal
against
Palace,
PSG.
bombing down the wing, picking up assists at the weekend.
I have Salah, Mane, and Foden in that match. Ooh,
That's tough. But I guess if you're
that's,
taking up Mane, then you're bringing De Bruyne for a -4. I think they're roughly
If
the
he's already
same
got,
price. I think for a
yeah,
-4, that's not worth it unless it's enabling you to get Grealish. Um,
mm,
that seems more okay. But if you can just do Foden to say Grealish, I'd definitely do that, and then look at bringing De Bruyne in a couple of weeks. Obviously, saying this, De
yeah,
Bruyne could go and bang, and Mane could get sent off or get injured, so you never know. But
yeah.
that's
I
what
mean,
we do playing with
the
FPL.
Liverpool double up in midfield could be a huge
Mm,
differential if you wanted to like risk not going with De Bruyne and sticking with Salah and Mane. Like
yeah,
after this, they've got Leicester, Brighton, Wolves, and Fulham.
I mean they do
They're
have
not bad
very good
to
fixtures
have those
like
two.
going forward. I just think
Yeah.
in 2 weeks' time, if you don't have De Bruyne, you're going to be regretting it massively. To
Mm.
be honest, I mean,
I'd stick with his team to be honest for now. Just try
yeah,
and get rid of Foden. If you
yeah,
can't
keep us
afford
very
Grealish and
snappy.
Foden, maybe look at the West Ham lot. Maybe Bowen or
Bowen
Fornals
4 hours. I hope you. Oh,
for their games.
yeah, we're
Um,
definitely considering 4 hours. So
especially with
what's
Antonio injured.
let's move
Uh,
back to
mm.
oh
Well, I've got
quick question. Sorry, Ethan says, what centre back do you see Liverpool signing in January?
they can have Maguire for free if they want him.
Maguire for free. Let me see that as, if you're still there, would you take Maguire for free? I think I know his answer, but let's see. And FBI
Which
6
centre back?
coming in. Appreciate it. Great stuff. Thanks very much, mate. We appreciate you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Bit of
I don't know what they'd
advertising.
buy. Who they'd buy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see them going for someone completely market. The thing is, when Virgil, it's a tough one because Virgil does come back at some point, and so does Fabinho. And if Fabinho comes back
mm,
soon, he fits it, he slots in there nicely. Surely any player
yeah,
sort of coming to Liverpool is going to be like, well, they've got Gomez, who's pretty solid.
yeah,
Maybe, like, are you really going to get in the team above Gomez? And then when Van Dijk's back, you're definitely not getting in the team above Van Dijk. So you'd have
yeah.
to buy a player who'd be willing to come in, play a few games, and then just sit on the bench
Mm.
and be a rotation player for
I don't think
UCL.
they'll buy anyone, to be honest.
If Fabinho is back, I don't think they will either. I think they'll chill.
Mm.
And if Matt if that's the thing, they've got loads of centre back options once they're all sort of fit.
Yeah.
But let's have a quick look back at your team, Pulisic. Where are we
Oh
saying?
yes.
Because you have
Yeah.
not got any kind of, you've not got a player.
I know the bench is a bit of a sorry state at the moment. Politics, I'm not sure. Zaha, I was set on Zaha for a long time.
Okay, sorry, you're cutting
But
out.
then I was sort of messing around with what to do in future weeks, and
Mm,
going for one of the West Ham midfielders does free up a hell of a lot of money.
it does. I'm looking at West Ham midfield, but I'm also,
I think Fornals is still 6.3.
yeah,
Um,
definitely. I mean, for me, it's
so
go
I'm
on.
not sure. I do like the look of Zaha though for these next
Wolf
few games that
is,
Palace have got.
he looks unbelievable. Going to be on penalties. Spoiler alert for the next
Oh yeah,
three
saw that.
games as
Yeah,
well, because
huge.
Milivojevic got a straight red. I mean, was it straight? Yeah, straight red. Very questionable straight red. I have to add. Absolute bollocks if you're asking me. Sorry for my French. Actually, I'm not sorry. Fucking hell, that was an awful decision.
Oh, we got another comment from Owen Brown.
Mr. Owen Brown, the man coming in with all the comments today. Let's see if I can load that up here. He says, Gomez played that role behind Matip for a while until Matip was shafted on. I mean, Matip got injured as well, but Matip was absolutely bowling. I wanna get from Owen Brown. How do we think Lallana is faring at Brighton? He seems to be making a real difference there. So Pulisic, L. What's
I
happening
think
there?
I'll probably end up going for probably. Oh, I don't know.
Mm,
Probably Bowen. I think, to be honest,
probably Bowen.
get some more money.
I
Yeah,
do like Bowen. Their fixtures, I mean, to be fair, this week I was looking at Bowen as well. It looks
mm.
unbelievable. I can't lie.
I would
Um,
quite like to go to the 3-5-2.
3-5-2. What play a 3-5-2
Yeah,
instead of a 3-4-3?
upgrade March
Yeah, I mean,
and
I'm looking at
drop
going
Kane.
to a 3-5-2. Drop Kane.
Mm.
Ooh.
I think
Is
so.
that money for De
Yeah.
Bruyne? Is that where that's? How would you get De Bruyne
Yes,
into
De
this
Bruyne
team?
and some others that are in the plans.
How would De Bruyne fit into this team?
So I could either do Kane, Pulisic to Bowen this week,
Yeah.
and then drop Kane down and upgrade March
Joe came down to Craig March.
because March is 5 mil.
Yeah. He's quite cheap, isn't he? Brewster,
Yeah,
what do you think about Brewster?
it's a shame March was injured because he got a couple of assists considering he's only 5 mil. But
Couple of assists.
yeah, I'd rather obviously have De Bruyne.
Yeah. Cheaper Mars. Will West Ham be as good without Antonio? Yeah, that's a big question.
I
I
think
mean,
I think they'll be okay to be honest.
I don't.
They're playing against Fulham, like
Yeah, that's the thing. Antonio, like, if Antonio plays in that game, you're expecting, a big scoreline. The
mm,
fact that he doesn't play, I'm still expecting, I expect Bowen to sort of cut in from the right hand side, score a goal with his left, a few of those kind
yeah,
of goals. So
yeah,
I think Bowen's a fine pick for this game. But yeah, West
mm,
Ham, as an overall package, definitely not as good without Antonio, just generally.
no. I mean, with Antonio, it could be 3-4 nil against Fulham, but
Yeah.
without, I think they still get
And
to
the
it.
thing is, it's
No.
nice as well because his price is 6.2 mil. So when he comes back,
Mm,
that's going to be an absolute
I'll
bargain.
yeah, I'll be on him. I think.
Um, it's better. I'm
I
going to
think it
wait
was.
around as well because I think the transfer I will make in the future will be sort of bringing in Antonio, getting rid of Wilf, and probably for either sort of someone like Bowen or potentially
Mm,
someone like Jota if he
mm,
starts to get a few more minutes, a bit more game time.
yeah,
I guess the hard thing with Jota is he is going to be rotated
yeah.
quite a bit.
I also have to say I do quite like the look of a 1 week punt on Anthony Martial in game week 9 for the not game week 9, game week
Is
whenever we play West Brom.
that the
It is
Boxing
week
Day
it's game week
fixture?
9, yeah.
I know. I just know that
Because
Manchester United are run real on Boxing Day.
it's just I don't know. Martial was one of the few players against Istanbul who actually played reasonably well.
Did
Obviously
he?
got a goal, and I think West Brom are just so appalling. I think even United could
Yeah, West
get
Brom
a
awful,
goal.
Fulham awful. That's what I was saying to you before. I was thinking, I'm just going to try and bring in players who just are each week just playing Fulham, playing West Brom. That's the thing.
Yeah,
That's why Newcastle looks so good. Sort of game 12, they play like
yeah,
Leeds, West Brom, Fulham, sort of in the same three
mm,
weeks. And Leeds, yes, they're good going forward, but they don't have the best defence at all.
no, it's true.
That's going to be seen by the amount of goals they're conceding. They can score a lot of goals, which is probably why they will stay up.
Mm.
But they've not got the best of defence. Owen saying
Game week
Lallana.
9 is also.
Gone.
Oh, is it?
He's saying Lallana ruined England's side for too long. Name should not be uttered. He is balling. He's got a 5-star week foot, which has to be appreciated. Although he's not as big of a deal this year. You know what I mean? Who will be the better season? Who will have the better season? Sorry, you predict out of Jota and Werner. That coming in from the big man, the verified man, Doctor
uh,
Werner. Surely, I mean, Jota's going to have a
I
good
think
season, but he's not going to start every single game. Whereas Werner's going to be in the
no.
Chelsea
I
side
mean,
pretty much every week.
Werner was going to be rotated last game until
Mm.
Pulisic went injured, so
That is
there
true.
is
I
going
was
to be some rotation with Werner.
little bit frustrated about that, to be honest. One of my mates, the guy
Mm.
who's above me in my other league, had Werner on for a 1 pointer,
Oh,
and
did
then
he?
your absolute mayor turned
Yeah.
into his absolute.
Mm. I mean, Werner's on pens now as well, so
Yeah, and that's huge
um,
with Jorginho
that's
not
another big
playing.
thing. Yeah, it makes Jorginho now almost useless on FPL.
Well, I think when
Um,
Jorginho plays, he gets pens. It's because he wasn't playing. I think he got the pen.
he gets the odd assist, doesn't he? But I think most of his goals
Yeah.
came from
No, but
pens
I'm
and
saying
stuff.
when Jorginho does play, I think he gets pens.
Oh, I see.
As in, he
I thought
wasn't
he was.
playing. I
I
don't
thought.
think. Which is why I think. I don't know.
I
Maybe.
thought Jorginho was on the pitch.
Oh, fair enough. Well, if he was, there
I'll
we
have a
are.
look.
Right. Should we just roll through? Should we end off? Just roll through some score predictions and then.
Oh yeah, Jorginho was on the pitch.
Oh, was it?
He was. So Werner was favoured over Jorginho against Ren.
Yeah. Right. Should we roll through
Um,
some
yes,
score
yes.
predictions? Get some score predictions in the chat down below, or if you sort of agree or disagree with what we're saying, be sure to pull us up and call us complete absolute morons.
I've just
Uh,
been confirmed by student doctor. Jorginho has been taken off pens.
Jorginho been taken off
Um,
them. Interesting.
Big Chelsea fan
The
in
big
sight.
Chelsea fan
Um,
himself coming in with the big facts. Fact of the
oh, Lampard
day:
announced as well.
Jorginho is no longer on pens. That's what we like to hear. That is the content that you come here for. The up-to-date news. Lampard has announced that officially. That is
Smash a
huge.
like on the video if you're still watching.
Smash a like. This energy.
Bang that subscribe button.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Right, Brighton versus Burnley. What we saying?
Uh,
I think Brighton to come out
2-0 Brighton, I
tops.
think.
2-0 Brighton, no Burnley goals. Lamptey picking up a clean sheet. FPL wet dream. Southampton versus Newcastle. What we saying?
Without Ings. 1-1.
1-1 without Ings. Yeah, Callum Wilson maybe picking up, sneaking a goal. Southampton don't look the best defensively. Everton at Manchester United. I know which way you're going to sort of steer towards this one. I'll sort of bring you
I'm
back
gonna
on track.
I'm gonna say that's such a hard one. Because our defense is awful. So DCL will definitely score. 2-2 maybe.
2-2, you know what? I can get behind that. I think maybe it could be
Maybe
a game.
two.
It could be a
Maybe
game from
3-2
Maguire.
United.
Get his head on some of them balls. Stop Calvert-Lewin. Although Calvert-Lewin's leap is unbelievable.
Yeah, it is.
Crystal.
Bruno is also due a Premier League penalty as well. So
He is due a
that'll
penalty in
probably.
the Prem.
He didn't
I
get a
don't know
penalty
if
last week, so he needs one this week.
Sal's still got Bruno. If he's still got Bruno, I'll be worried about this game.
Hmm.
But I think Everton will come out. I think Ancelotti will find a way of
That'll be a tough game.
doing something.
Yeah.
Palace Leeds.
That'll be a good game.
I'm gonna go for 4-2 to Palace.
4-2.
I reckon Batman bangs a quadrat. A hattie. I'm not gonna get too ahead of myself.
I have to.
Well, there's a hard penalty and a Klein assist. That's what I'm hoping for.
I don't know. That's
Patrick
hard.
Bamford
Maybe.
sent off in minute 2. Fraud.
So you're saying you're sticking with 4-2?
4-2 Palace. I reckon it's going to be a reasonably high scoring game.
Yeah.
I reckon we're going to
Probably
tear them down, but they'll also have a couple of punches.
3-2. I'm going to deduct a goal off you.
They'll have to go off us, but we still win. I'll take it.
Bershwai is going to be offside for the fourth goal.
Okay, if you call that. So will Batshuayi score as a question? Gets 1-2?
I think so.
Goal and assist.
Definitely.
I won't get too greedy.
Yeah,
Zaha picks up a mandatory goal. And Patrick Bamford 2 foots. I don't know. Roy Hodgson. There you go. Chelsea Sheffield. What are we saying?
Oh, I really wanted Pulisic for this game. Probably 3-0 Chelsea.
3-0 Chelsea. Yeah, I can't see Sheffield United doing much. Let's hope for a Chilwell picking up some kind of attacking contribution. That would be nice. I mean,
that would be nice.
Did you see that game? The amount he bombed forward. I mean, picking up assists, picking up.
Yeah, his heat map. He was in the opposition's half more than his own.
He
He's a defender.
potentially should have had a penalty as well. He got shoved in the back when he was sort of mid-air, and literally about to head the ball into the back of the net. I was mouth aghast. But yeah, hopefully Chelsea and Chilwell will be able to pull something. West Ham, Fulham. Yeah. I mean, we touched on this one briefly before.
2-0 West Ham.
2-0 Fulham, yeah, let's bring in Mitrovic with the break. West Ham.
I saw a stat the other day actually. Mitrovic has a 4.3% conversion rate.
4.3%. I mean,
4 goals to actual shots, which is appalling.
Probably almost as good as Vincenzo Guaita. 2-0 West Ham.
You're going 3.
Let's go 3-0. Let's go 3-0. I'll allow a Bowen goal as well because I think it's
Bowen Hattie.
Okay then. West Brom Spurs. What are you saying?
I mean, it could be demolition, couldn't it?
This could, Jenny. It depends on West Brom because West Brom could set up.
You could get Mourinho, Son, and Kane into the back of a steamroller and just absolutely destroy West Brom there. I'm gonna go 4-0 Spurs.
4-0. Let's
maybe
go with
5.
let's go with the Son.
I mean, to put 6 past United. So.
Son braced and assist. Get us some nice points, Swanee boy. Get us some nice points. We have some really good
are we
games
saying
on
West
Sunday,
Brom to nick a goal?
I don't mind West Brom nicking a goal. Actually, I think that helps. Although it does take away a clean sheet point for Sonny Boy. That'll be 2 points deducted, although to anyone who has a Spurs defender.
I think the only problem with that game is it's the early fixture.
Yeah, I mean, I am extremely worried about Kane. Let me get that. Like, very, very worried about what he can do to that West Brom side. I only hope that Son can kind of counteract that and do just as well.
I feel like as well, West Ham will sit back so deep that almost favours Kane over Son.
Yeah.
Son, you don't really. If the team's sitting back, you don't really need your pace.
Kane loves he loves a long range. So he can get into the box, head the ball. He can do most of it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's also on pens.
We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah. Leicester Wolves, interesting game. Hoping for a Henry's goal here.
Yeah, I don't think either will keep a clean sheet.
Not the best defensively of late, to be honest. I mean, I know Wolves picked up a sort of clean sheet against Palace, but I mean, we did look quite good going forward. Had an offside goal, had a penalty. Well, a penalty disallowed because of an offside, and then a penalty that should have been a penalty, but the blind men in VAR didn't want to see it.
Yeah,
but I think
2-1 Leicester for me.
2-1 Leicester. Jamie Vardy, will he start?
Yeah, Vardy brace for me. I think I like the look of that at the moment.
I know I saw one of your drafts had a potential Leicester player in there.
It did.
Don't want to give too much away. I know it's very top secret information. Anyway, anyone can be watching. Anyone. Man City, Liverpool. Big game, crunch game. I'm definitely watching this one. Got to decide which game. I might do a stream for the Arsenal game after. I feel like I want to sit down and watch the City game properly.
Yeah.
Man City, Liverpool.
Yeah. I mean, we could be saying a listen that ends 0-0. Could be one of them.
Yeah. Either 0-0 or I've got
2-1 Liverpool.
I'm going to say City to nip it. I think City are going to want it. So are Liverpool, to be fair. They're going to work hard, but if City can abuse whoever is playing in that sort of right centre back position,
that's true.
Like I think De Bruyne could have a world. You never know. Or Sterling could throw a few punches. That's going to be a tough one for Az to watch because he's sitting on a few Man City and Liverpool assets right now. Quickly, actually, is it time for Trent and Robbo to go, or Trent to go even?
I got rid of Trent a while ago and haven't suffered at all.
Yeah.
I got Robbo in for him.
Yeah, but it's a life swap still. To be fair,
I wouldn't have both. I don't think. No. But Liverpool after it's like we were saying to FPL 868 guy. The after Man City, Liverpool's fixtures aren't actually that bad. So even if they aren't keeping clean sheets, I can see Robbo and Trent.
Liverpool are quite a streaky team with their clean sheets as well. Remember last year they went on runs of sort of it wasn't sort of one game on, one game off. It was sort of 4 or 5 games they would keep a clean sheet and then maybe go for a little bit of a bad patch. But we haven't had that. And they did the same last season. They started off poorly. Trent was picking up a few points, but he wasn't a must. Everyone sort of was shipping him out, and then they went on an absolutely spree of clean sheets. So you never know. Yeah. I don't think particularly it actually matters. I mean, obviously it's Man City, but it doesn't actually matter too much who they play against Liverpool.
No.
But yeah, final game: Arsenal versus Aston Villa.
I'm gonna say.
I want Grealish to score. Grealish to do something.
Watkins, probably. Aubameyang's been very quiet.
Got a penalty the other week.
Saka's looking quite good, to be fair.
Saka is looking very nice.
Quite a cheap mid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say there's gonna be an upset for a laugh.
You reckon?
So I'm gonna
2-1, 3-2, 3-1, 1-0.
1-0 Villa.
1-0 Villa, one of those kind of games. I see Arsenal scoring. I'd probably go 2-1 Arsenal. Grealish to pick an assist or something.
As long as Grealish does something, I don't really mind.
Yeah, that's a weekend. Yeah, that's why I see the notifications. The
that was crazy.
90 plus minute. Very, very jammy.
Just pops up with 15 points.
Thanks very much for joining me today, Val. That's been a lot
of fun. That's all right. Pleasure.
Very much enjoyed that. Hope everyone has enjoyed who's still left. Don't forget to hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and well, guess we'll see you soon. Actually, I'll be on tomorrow for a deadline stream. Yes.